You certainly know YouTuber Bradley Martyn, and that's not surprising. After all, he has more than 3 million subscribers on YouTube and over 4 million on Instagram. And you guys are probably wondering if Bradley Martyn is natural or on steroids. Well, you're in luck, because that's exactly what we're going to tell you in this video. So watch it until the end. It's going to be very interesting. First things first, Bradley Martyn has never claimed to be natural, but there is still no statement from him admitting to using steroids either. But let's be honest, you only have to take a look at Bradley Martyn and you'll immediately see that he's on lots of gear. That also becomes clear when you look at his body stats. At 6'3", he weighs about 250 pounds and has a body fat percentage of only 7%. These are measurements that are even more impressive than those of Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime. And Arnold is known to have used lots and lots of gear. He himself has mentioned this several times in interviews. So can Bradley Martyn actually be such a genetic freak that he's more massive than Arnold Schwarzenegger, the best bodybuilder of all time, while being completely natural? No, of course not. Anyone who thinks that probably also believes that Santa Claus actually exists. So it's clear, Bradley Martyn is definitely on the juice. End of the video? No. Since we already know that he's not natural, let's take a look at what he's probably taking. The base of his steroid stack is certainly testosterone, either as enanthate or sapionate. We estimate that he takes about 1,000 milligrams of testosterone every week. Considering that Bradley Martyn not only looks massive, but also moves very heavy weights, we are also convinced that he takes trenbolone as acetate, probably about 700 milligrams a week. Trenbolone, like all anabolic steroids, causes hair loss in many juicers that are already prone to it. Bradley Martyn is certainly one of them. We are also sure that Bradley Martyn is currently taking, or at least has taken, growth hormones. Why? Quite simply, his skin still looks very, very young for someone who is already 33, an effect that can be achieved by taking HGH. In addition, he is also always extremely shredded, although he eats like a pig, as can be seen in many of his videos. This is also possible through steroids, especially growth hormones. In addition to these three things, Bradley Martyn most likely also takes other substances like Anavar, clenbuterol, and winstrol. Of course, not all permanently, but always in cycles in different combinations. In fact, the fact that he takes steroids should not surprise anyone. After all, he earns a lot of money with his body and the image he has built up over many years. Bradley Martyn is at least pretty chill about it, and often even jokes about being natural. He has never admitted that he is on gear though, but his sense of humor gives it away. And it's also just plainly obvious, of course. That's it again for today. If you liked our video, share it with your friends.